This is Jamaica 5288. Today I want to talk to you about sorrel. So I used to buy this ready-made. I never bought the packets before, I say 2015. Then I realized that I was, spending a lot of money on something that I could have made myself. So I started buying the flowers. This is sorrel. It's also called Jamaican hibiscus, and they sell it by the cup. Usually it's full of sugar and not very good for you. So sorrel is actually a diuretic. It helps with high blood pressure. They say it fights cancer. You can look it up. They call it by another name usually. It's called Jamaican hibiscus, right? These are hibiscus flowers. You could buy them all over the United States. I have seen it here in Texas, but normally when I see it in Texas, it's already made and it's at one of the Spanish marketplaces, and they call it Jamaica drink. It's sorrel, it's this. Or you'll go to one of those high-class central markets and they'll sell sorrel, which is hibiscus tea, and they'll mix it with something else. It's this, it's Jamaican hibiscus, sorrel. So I planted some. And I bought this when I was in New York. I bought the dried one because I got tired of buying it by the cup. My cousin was the first one who made me realize, hey, girl, you know what? Why are you buying it by the cup? She was like, have you ever heard of sorrel? I was like, yeah, I had. I got it from the Jamaican store. I didn't make it myself. We never made it ourselves. Never. But she made it herself, and I was like, what? And then a light bulb went off, and I was like, I'm going to start making it myself. It tastes kind of like Kool-Aid. It's a little sour, but it's similar to Kool-Aid, except it's way better for you. Sorrel or Jamaican hibiscus. You might just say, see hibiscus flowers. It's this. So if you have high blood pressure and you need help with your gastrointestinal tract or your digestion, and, it may fight cancer because it's 100% natural. You see that, right? But go ahead and look it up. Sorrel, and if you can't find that word, look for Jamaican hibiscus and you should be able to find it. So I went out there and I planted some, and my dog got into the cement tray. I had at least 8 of them, and I looked around and my German Shepherd was laying in the cement tray. She squashed a couple of things. She squashed some sugarcane seeds, some sugarcane seedlings that were up, and she crushed all the sorrel and as well as everything else that was in there. So the whole thing was almost a complete loss. So out of those 8 seeds, I got 3. This morning I went out there, and one, I think I might have knocked it over when I was doing the ground cherries. It snapped. It snapped off. So I was like, oh my God, now I have 2. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna plant these 2 into the big old, they're garbage cans, but I call them planters, and they're teal color. I like that color. So we're gonna plant those, and hopefully I have these 2. I still have some seeds. I have to just locate the seeds because I put them up because I didn't expect to have to replant them. But let's get to it. Let's go out there and plant them. Super easy. But if you're replanting sorrel seedlings, remember they are very rigid, and if you move them the wrong way, they'll snap on you and then you won't have a plant. Let's get to it, all right? Good morning, everybody. My shirt is wet because I wet the ground for the chickens. Today, we're going to talk about sorrel, right? So I bought this when I was at home in New York because we make this out of a tea and it turns into a cool drink. There's directions on the black back. It says, place 1 cup of sorrel and 1/4 ounce of ginger into a container. Pour 4 cups of boiling water over sorrel and ginger. Cover a mixture and let steep for 4 hours. Sweet to taste with sugar and honey. Strain and serve cold, a refreshing drink. So look this up. This is pretty good for you, okay? With the exception of the sugar. So this is sorrel that's dried, and this is sorrel that I planted. I'm upset with myself because I waited an extra day and one of them broke off accidentally a few moments ago. So I have 3 left. I had more than that. My dog laid in the bed and accidentally snapped a whole bunch of them. So I have 2 left now. We're gonna put these in containers, okay? Sorrel. Okay, so I have the 2 pails here, right? And my 2 sorrel seedlings that I'm trying to save here, because this one, look, broke off this morning. So back to the earth you go. Dump this soil in here. I feel so bad. I wish I had planted it yesterday, but hindsight 2020. There's nothing I can do about it now. So let's put some soil in here. I'm just gonna fill both of them up. Okay, I have both of these filled. I should have put my gloves on. The reason why is I have a sore on my hand and I do not want this thing to get infected. I'll be right back, okay? I got my gloves on. So we're gonna dig trenches in one of these. Let me move some of this soil out. So I'm digging a trench, right? I'm gonna bring you closer. So I'm digging a trench, right? I'm making a hole. I'm gonna take my plant, pull it out. Look, all those roots. Put this into the hole carefully, and then I'm gonna backfill it. The stem of this sorrel plant is rigid. You cannot bend it, it will snap on you. So now this plant has enough room to spread out. That's one down. Take some soil out. Dig a trench. And you want to dig your trench about as deep as the seedling. Carefully take these seedlings out. I told you they were rigid. They will snap on you. Look at those roots. Turn it over. Place it in the hole. Backfill it. Put some more soil in there. And pat it down. And just like that, I have my 2 sorrel plants in their container. They're so cute. I'm so appreciative. I was like, oh, I don't know if I can grow this. You know, I always think that. And, then I'm like, you know what? You can do it, girl. You can do it. If I could do it, you could do it. There we are. 2 little sorrel plants that I can harvest from. Dry the flowers myself. It's called Jamaican Hibiscus. If you don't see sorrel, look for Jamaican Hibiscus. They sell it down here in Texas, and they sell it by the cup, and it's not cheap. So here we are. Jamaican sorrel, Jamaican hibiscus, or sorrel. I thank you guys for being with me. This is Jamaica 5288. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.